Welcome back to Advanced English Language Academy. This is going to be last video on British English and American English differences. So if you watch my previous video, you will be thinking why I emphasize this point again and again, that British English and American English are not totally different than each other. My main purpose is that most of the people hide behind American and British. They mispronounce something, you tell them that they mispronounced something, and then they say it's British or it's American. In fact, they have mispronounced something, and maybe they have written a wrong sentence grammatically, and you tell them that this sentence is wrong, and they say it's American. So just to get my viewers out of confusion, I made, I think, 4 videos on British and American English. So in my previous videos, I talked about British and American spelling differences, grammar differences, and pronunciation differences. Today I have come up with a few words. So again, I am telling you, I have been repeating one sentence in all my videos about this topic, that if you go to America and speak British English, Americans understand it, and if you go to England and speak American English, English people understand it. So it's not a very big difference, it's a slight difference. So there are many words that British have different words for them, and Americans have different words. But as you know, due to YouTube policy and viewers demand, we can't make longer videos. So I have come up with a few words. Let's take a look and hope you will enjoy. Biscuits is a British word. Biscuits, you know, we eat, okay? Like, I love to dunk my biscuits. And Americans call it cookies, call them cookies, okay? Candy floss it's a candy, it's a sweet thing, or you can call it sweet cotton. It used to be my favorite when I was a child. I loved eating candy floss, but nowadays, due to balanced diet and these kinds of things, we can't eat. But candy floss, you go to a Pakistani wedding, a person will be sitting selling candy floss out of the wedding hall or anywhere the wedding is. So Americans call it cotton candy because it is like cotton. Car park, where we park our cars or vehicles. British call it car park, and Americans call it parking lot. Aeroplane, you know that I wish I had one, Imad. How good would it be if I had an airplane? But anyhow, we don't have. So aeroplane, British and Americans call it airplane, right? Football, soccer. Now there is a point, you know. Americans call it football, but only those people who don't play football. Now the word football has become so majestic, so fantastic, so loving, that even Americans also call it football. Now those people who don't play football, Americans, maybe they call it soccer, but because football has become so famous, the world has become so sweet. I think a decade ago, nobody, you know, particularly subcontinent people, didn't know anything about football. But nowadays, football has become so much famous that Americans also started using football instead of soccer. But still, I told you that those people who don't play football, they call it soccer in America. Now, courgette. British courgette, British courgette. Courgette is a kind of vegetable. Do you like to eat vegetables, by the way? Okay, it's a kind of vegetable, but I'm bad at drawing. In next video, I'll try to show you the picture of courgette. It's a kind of, and I can't speak Urdu from my channel because my students have asked me not to speak Urdu or Pashto from my channel, so I will show you the picture of courgette. In British English it's called courgette, in American English it's called zucchini, right? Then lift, you know, that when in big buildings you go from one roof to the other roof, so you use a lift. You, instead of using steps, you use a lift. Okay, you just press the button, and whichever floor you want to go to, it will take you automatically. So that's called lift in the British English. In American English, it's called elevator. Aubergine, it's a kind of vegetable because it has a crown, so it's called the king of vegetables. Okay, Americans call it eggplant, British call it aubergine, and Americans call it eggplant. Number plate, that you know, it's behind the car or in front of the car, sometimes both behind and in front of the car. So it's called number plate in British English. In American English, it's called license plate, right? Flat is a kind of small house, not a big house. Maybe only a bedroom is there and kitchen is there, a living room is there, not a big house. British call it flat and Americans call it apartment. Then the building and block. Now, for example, there is a big building, okay, and there are two more buildings inside that building. So the small buildings within a building are called blocks. Like this is male block and this is female block. For example, there is a college or a university or a school, and that college has two portions, right? So British will say female building, Americans building, and Americans will say, sorry, female building and male building, and Americans will say male block and female block, right? And then lorry, truck, you know, truck. We use it to transport goods. Shopping trolley, that we use in shopping mart, okay, or shopping mall, okay. We use a shopping trolley where we put the things that we buy. So in British English, it's called shopping trolley. In American English, it's called shopping cart. Motorway, it's a kind of broad road, okay, in which you have some, you can speed up your car, okay. It has a limit, but you can speed up. So motorway, everyone knows about it. I shouldn't be talking about it. Americans call it freeway. Windscreen, you know, the protecting shield of a car, okay, the front windshield, and Americans call it windscreen British and windshield American, right? Thanks a lot. Keep watching and please subscribe to our channel to stay tuned with us and to receive more videos from our channel. Thank you.